Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Young and the Restless Primer. What you need to know about Victor Newman's basement prison. The young and the restless Victor Newman may have told everyone that Jordan woman perished in a fall from a bridge, but of course, Victor was lying through his teeth. After all, that's what Victor does best. Instead, Victor has Aunt Jordan locked up in a jail cell in the Newman Ranch basement. This is old hat for Victor, as he has done this before. That was decades ago, but that same jail cell has made a reappearance, with Jordan taking up residence. But when did this prison come into play the first time? Once upon a time, Victor's first wife, Julia, played by the late Meg Bennett, grew frustrated with her life as a neglected wife and had an affair with a man named Michael Scott. Victor remained oblivious to this affair until Julia became pregnant. Since he had had a vasectomy, he believed the baby could not be his and knew his wife had been unfaithful. It later turned out that the vasectomy did not take, as evidenced by the existence of Victoria, Nick, Abby, and Adam. Victor proved he was a madman at that point when he kidnapped Michael and held him hostage in, you guessed it, a jail cell in his wine cellar. Victor proceeded to torture Michael in a myriad of ways. Not only did he deprive him of food and water, but he also installed a closed-circuit television so Michael could go through the emotional turmoil of watching Julia and Victor have sex upstairs. After Michael was rescued, Julia miscarried and left both Victor and Geno City. She returned here and there through the years and clearly let bygones be bygones, as her last appearance was to help Victor celebrate the 40th anniversary of Newman Enterprises, which coincided with 40 years since Victor held Michael captive in the basement. How long will Jordan remain in Victor's basement prison, and how much damage can she cause behind bars? Stay tuned to find out. In the sprawling metropolis of Geno City, where scandal and intrigue swirl like autumn leaves in a gusty wind, there exists a tale of captivity that has left its mark on the collective consciousness of its inhabitants. At the heart of this saga lies the enigmatic figure of Victor Newman, a titan of industry whose shadow looms large over the city's skyline. But it is not his towering skyscrapers or vast fortune that captivates the imagination of Geno City's denizens. Rather, it is the mysterious basement prison that lies hidden beneath the polished veneer of his lavish estate. To understand the gravity of this clandestine chamber, one must first delve into the complex tapestry of Victor Newman's tumultuous history. From humble beginnings as an orphan on the streets of Buffalo, New York, Victor clawed his way to the upper echelons of society through sheer determination and cunning intellect. Along the way, he amassed a loyal cadre of allies and enemies alike, each one drawn into his orbit like moths to a flame. But it is Victor's penchant for vengeance that sets him apart from his peers. A man of unwavering ambition, he brooks no opposition and tolerates no betrayal. To cross Victor Newman is to court disaster, for he is a master of the long game, orchestrating elaborate schemes with the precision of a chess grandmaster, and it is within the confines of his basement prison that he exacts his most chilling reprisals. Concealed behind a nondescript door in the bowels of the Newman mansion lies a world unto itself, a subterranean labyrinth of steel and concrete, illuminated by the sickly glow of fluorescent lights. Here, the air hangs heavy with the scent of fear and desperation, for this is where Victor incarcerates those who have dared to defy him. The origins of the basement prison are shrouded in secrecy, known only to a select few who have glimpsed the darkness that lurks beneath Victor's veneer of respectability. Some whisper that it was constructed in the dead of night by a team of silent, shadowy figures, while others speculate that it has existed since time immemorial, a relic of a bygone era when the Newman name was synonymous with power and influence. Regardless of its origins, one thing is certain: to find oneself ensnared within its unforgiving walls is to be consigned to a fate worse than death. Those who are unlucky enough to be deemed unworthy of Victor's mercy find themselves stripped of their freedom and subjected to a gauntlet of psychological torment. Days blur into nights as they languish in their cold, clammy cells, haunted by the specter of their own impending doom. But even within the confines of Victor's basement prison, there exists a glimmer of hope, a flickering flame of defiance that refuses to be extinguished. For as long as there are those who dare to challenge his authority, there will always be the possibility of liberation, however slim it may seem. Over the years, a motley assortment of souls has found themselves ensnared within Victor's web, their fates intertwined in a complex dance of betrayal and redemption. From former lovers to bitter rivals, each one has left an indelible mark on the fabric of Genoa City, their stories woven into the rich tapestry of its history. But perhaps none have felt the sting of Victor's wrath more keenly than his own flesh and blood. For even as he professes to cherish his family above all else, Victor is not above using them as pawns in his relentless quest for power. Many a Newman scion has found themselves cast into the darkness of the basement prison, their loyalty tested to its breaking point as they grapple with the sins of their patriarch. And yet, for all his faults and foibles, there is a certain nobility to Victor Newman, a sense of honor that burns bright even in the darkest of times. Though he may be capable of unspeakable cruelty, he is also capable of great compassion, extending a hand of forgiveness to those who have earned his trust. In the end, the tale of Victor Newman's basement prison is more than just a cautionary fable. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human soul. For even in the face of insurmountable odds, there remains the possibility of redemption, a glimmer of light amidst the encroaching darkness. And as long as there are those who refuse to yield to despair, the flame of hope will continue to burn, casting its radiant glow upon the young and the restless souls of Genoa City. In the labyrinthine world of the Genoa City elite, where power, wealth, and betrayal intertwine like threads in an intricate tapestry, one name reigns supreme: Victor Newman. A titan of industry, a master manipulator, and a patriarch with a shadowy past, Victor Newman stands as both the enigma and the linchpin of the young and the restless universe. But behind the polished veneer of the Newman Enterprises Tower lies a secret that sends shivers down the spines of even the most jaded residents of Genoa City: Victor's basement prison. It's a place whispered about in hushed tones, a dark corner of Victor's empire where enemies disappear without a trace, where vendettas are settled in silence and secrecy. The tale of Victor's basement prison is as old as the man himself, shrouded in myth and mystery. Some say it's a relic of Victor's darker days, a holdover from a time when he was willing to do whatever it took to claw his way to the top. Others claim it's a recent addition, a sign that even in his twilight years, Victor Newman remains as ruthless and cunning as ever. Regardless of its origins, one thing is certain: Victor's basement prison is a place of nightmares, a labyrinthine maze of concrete and steel where the rules of society cease to exist and only the strong survive. For those unfortunate enough to find themselves within its cold, unforgiving walls, escape is but a distant dream. The basement prison is a fortress, its secrets known only to Victor himself and a select few confidants who dare not speak its name. But what drives Victor to imprison his enemies in such a manner? Some say it's a matter of vengeance, a way for Victor to exact retribution on those who have wronged him. Others believe it's a twisted form of justice, a means for Victor to mete out punishment to those who dare defy him. Yet, perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. Perhaps Victor's basement prison is a reflection of the man himself, complex, multifaceted, and utterly unpredictable. For those who dare to peer into the darkness of Victor's basement prison, the tales they tell are chilling indeed. Some speak of solitary confinement, of days spent in isolation with nothing but the cold embrace of darkness for company. Others whisper of torture, of unspeakable horrors inflicted upon those who dare to cross Victor Newman. But amidst the whispers and the rumors, one question remains unanswered: who, exactly, has found themselves at the mercy of Victor's basement prison? The list is long and varied, a veritable who's who of Genoa City's elite. From rival business tycoons to former lovers, from wayward family members to sworn enemies, no one is safe from Victor Newman's wrath. Yet, amidst the chaos and the intrigue, one name stands out above all others: Adam Newman, Victor's own flesh and blood, the prodigal son who has spent a lifetime locked in a battle for his father's approval.